This is the AMDM, your quick morning podcast full of Memphis news. I'm Natalie Van Gundy. Today is Friday, June 12th. The roadwork around Graceland broke ground in 2012. Last week, officials said it might not be done until 2031. And in the meantime, the street has been a hot mess. One visiting reporter from the UK told State Senator Ramesh Akbari that it was worse than the roads in the jungles of Cambodia. The Tennessee Department of Transportation said this week that it's really going to try and speed things up, which should make drivers happy, but maybe not the tire shops. Highland Heights may not be getting a new school after all. Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris included a line item for a new $12 million Treadwell K-8 school in his budget. But on Wednesday, Shelby County commissioners questioned whether to build the school or give the money to Memphis Shelby County schools for maintenance at several existing schools. The money for a new Treadwell comes from a pot that was originally intended for a new Cordova area high school, but that project was stalled. SpaceX is being sued over its natural gas turbines in South Haven. So what does the AI company do? It doubles down. SpaceX, then called XAI, was granted a permit in March to build 41 permanent turbines to power its Colossus II data center. Then the NAACP sued SpaceX in April over the unpermitted temporary turbines it had been running in the meantime. A hearing has been scheduled in that case, and new court documents claim SpaceX has since added even more turbines. On Tuesday, Memphis City Council members balked at $5 million in bond funding as interim financing for critical life safety repairs at AutoZone Park. The council delayed a vote on the resolution to its June 23rd meeting when the body is expected to take final votes on the budget. The bonds would be paired with $5 million in similar upgrade funding for the ballpark approved 2 fiscal years ago. The new funding will help the park meet Major League Baseball's minimum standards for its minor league ballparks. Those standards include 2 batting and pitching tunnels and a darker colored backdrop beyond the center field wall that allows hitters to see the ball better. Some of the money would also pay for safety netting recently installed for club-level seating, the replacement and relocation of HVAC systems, and the replacement of the malfunctioning fire suppression system. And now it's time for a deep dive into the Daily Memphians to-do list with Mary Casciola. But stay with us after that for more of the day's news.
Good morning. I'm Mary Casciola, editorial director of the Daily Memphian, and it is Friday. So happy Friday. We are here with Bianca Phillips, and we're going to talk about the weekend. Bianca, thanks for being here.
I'm so glad it's Friday. TGIF.
Me too. I have to say I'm feeling a little bit of deja vu with this weekend's event schedules. Like, if you didn't get to do all you wanted to do last weekend, like you might have another shot at it.
That's right. We had some bad weather and some cancellations and some things got rescheduled.
Yeah. So, well, let's get into it.
Tonight, if you like beer and 1970s music.
And who doesn't?
Yeah, I like beer and some 70s music.
I like 1970s music. Beer, fine. Whatever.
There's a cruise tonight, a Wiseacre cruise up and down the Mississippi River. And you can drink Skydog. And Zach Ives from Goner Records will be spinning some 1970s inspired vinyl. There's going to be a barbecue baked potato bar with a vegan option.
Okay.
So, it boards at 5:30. It leaves at 6:30. So you've still got time. $65. I've done with these. I did a wedding cruise. Like one of my friends had their wedding on a boat.
Oh, nice.
And it's super fun. You just go up and down the river.
Nice.
For like a few hours.
Okay. It looks like also tonight that Sweeney Todd is opening at Playhouse on the Square. If you do not know, Sweeney Todd is a musical that opened on Broadway in 1979. It is dark and funny. Yes. Is that fair to say? It's dark and funny?
It's definitely dark and it is funny. It's about a demon barber who turns his victims into meat pies.
Delicious pies.
Yeah.
So let's see. That looks like it is at 7 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays and at 2 p.m. on Sundays. It is $40 for tickets, and that is at Playhouse on the Square.
I say
Stephen
Sondheim classic.
Yes. So I feel like this kind of gets us into some of that deja vu-ness because the Drive-In Laser Light Show is still at Shelby Farms Park. I said still. That doesn't sound right, but it's tonight and tomorrow. We talked about this last week, and it sounds awesome. I did not get a chance to go, so this might be my take two.
Yes, now is your chance. So
yes.
It was canceled because of weather, because I guess it's important.
Oh, that's why I didn't get a chance to go.
Yeah. I think it's important to not be raining whenever you're doing lasers in the sky, I guess.
That seems right.
So anyway, there's a show at 8, family-friendly pop and country hits. Show at 9:30 with 70s, 80s, and 90s hits. More 70s. So many ways to celebrate 70s music this weekend.
Yes. I love that. It's a very 70s weekend. Okay. Also, sort of like deja vu is that the Philippine Fiesta is happening at the Agri Center tomorrow. We just had... What was the last one? Filipino Fest?
Yeah, there was a Filipino Fest in Millington last weekend.
And this is different, but sort of similar culturally.
Yes, although it is called a fiesta, which is interesting because that is a Spanish word. But it's at Agri Center International. There's going to be food and crafts and music. So if you still want to celebrate more Filipino culture, or if you didn't get to do it last weekend, there's another chance to eat lumpia and halo maybe, or whatever.
Yeah.
11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And it's $15.
Definitely. This says that Filipino culture is having a moment in Memphis. And I definitely agree with that statement. Okay, let's see. This is interesting because what is this? The Mini Museum of Monstrous Mayhem?
Yes. So there's a Beale Street Monster Club, which I haven't been to any of their stuff, but I'm very intrigued because I like monsters and it's fun.
Yeah.
And they meet at A. Schwab and they do regular screenings of old monster movies and stuff. But this time they're having a little pop-up museum of sci-fi and horror film memorabilia from like really old stuff. There's like movie posters, lobby cards, press books, comics.
Right. We're talking about like 1902, 1910, like over 100 years old.
Yeah. Some of that stuff. And then they're also going to be screening Trip to the Moon, which is a silent film from 1902, which I have watched parts of online. And it's like crazy how much things have changed with visual effects. But this was like the pioneering film for visual effects in movies. So
that is amazing. Can we just mention that the Beale Street Monster Club's founder and film historian's name is Michael J. Cox? Can we just say that? Like, can we just talk about that?
And he'll be doing a talk on the history of motion pictures. And who would know better than Michael J. Cox?
Right. I mean, I'm sorry, I just had a little double take where I was like, wait, who is doing this?
Not to be confused with Michael J. Fox.
Right. From Back to the Future. Okay. So again, I just feel like I keep saying it, but it's like there was like a record swap thing happening, right? Like last weekend. And this weekend, there's a record fair at Soul and Spirits on Saturday.
Yeah. Again, with the 1970s, they'll probably find some 70s vinyl there. Goner Records, Shangri-La.
All the good stuff. And the Stroopwafel cart will be selling sweet treats, Dutch sweet treats. So that's great. But it is 1 to 7 p.m. It is free and it is at Soul and Spirits on North Main Street.
And Saturday, also, you can go to the first Live at the Garden show.
For the season. Good.
And it's Alabama. Mary was not familiar with their music. I grew up with a mom who loved country music in the 80s and 90s, so I heard a lot of mountain music.
I feel like I must know some of their songs, but I can't think of any.
It's like Grandma and Grandpa used to play.
I know you said that, and that one did not resonate with me, but I feel like there's got to be at least one or two out there.
Yeah.
Just maybe not that one.
You could go to the show and find out what you recognize. I have to say, this is actually one of 2 bands playing during the series this year with a state name. Kansas is also playing later in the season.
I also cannot tell you what Kansas plays. I also can't tell you what Florida Georgia Line plays. Like, I just don't know.
I love some Florida Georgia Line. That's my shameless pleasure. Shameful pleasure. What is it?
I'm missing it. I can't get there now. I'm too busy thinking about other bands that have state names and how I get them all confused.
Guilty pleasure.
Yes, guilty pleasure. God. Thank you. My shameful pleasure. Like, no, it's not. You shouldn't be shamed.
It is
at
shameful.
all.
It's shameful.
I disagree.
Anyway, this show is starts at the gates open at 5:30, shows at 8. As always with these shows, you can bring a picnic, bring some wine, or you can buy stuff from there if you want.
I will go on the record here as saying that Live at the Garden, the series, they are some of the funnest shows in Memphis. Mm-hmm. Like, it's always a good time. I mean, it's just a nice environment. You're just sitting out there with your little picnic.
I love it.
Yeah, it's so great. It's really great. Well, do we tell the people all the information about that?
Tickets are $77 to $239. It's probably for the higher end. It's probably for those table seats, but you can get a lawn seat for cheaper. So
yeah, okay. Gates open at 5:30, and it is at the Memphis Botanic Garden. All right. Well, tons of fun stuff to do this weekend. If none of those things sparked your fancy or your guilty pleasure, you can check out the Daily Memphians to-do list on our website to see other events, or you can also use our general events listing. Bianca, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
And thanks to you for hanging out with us this morning. We will have more news coming up next.
Bartlett residents' property tax rate will remain the same for the next fiscal year. Michael Waddell says the suburb's Board of Mayor and Aldermen has approved third and final readings for a $189 million budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, along with a property tax rate of $1.66 per $100 of assessed value.
The budget includes roughly $73.6 million in revenue and expenditures, along with the $115.5 million operating budget for Bartlett City Schools. Bartlett City employees and the mayor's position will get a bump in pay over the next year. City employees can expect a 2% cost of living salary adjustment, and some will also get step increases. For the Daily Memphian, I'm Michael Waddell.
Olive Branch took a stand against data centers Tuesday night. Aaron Fleming says the city's planning commission denied plans for a project that initially proposed an on-site data center and discussed stricter guidelines for potential future data center applications.
The proposed nearly 600-acre DeSoto Innovation District caused an uproar on social media in recent days after project documents showed a data center as a conditional use. The plan's main purpose would be to expand the county landfill, which is nearly at capacity, near the intersection of Church and Craft Roads. It would also allow for advanced manufacturing companies on site to add jobs to the area. The commission vote is only a recommendation and now goes to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen for a final vote on July 21st. For the Daily Memphian, I'm Aaron Fleming.
Memphis Goodwill is leasing the former Big Daddy Pawn building in southeast Memphis. Andy Ashby says the more than 100,000 square foot retail property will house a Goodwill outlet, previously known as Goodwill Bargain Barn.
Chris Woods Construction filed a $1 million commercial alteration permit to renovate the interior and exterior of the property. Memphis Goodwill Incorporated has Bargain Barn locations at 6899 Stage Road and in Hernando, and a Goodwill Outlet branded location in Millington. The new Bargain Barn location should open early next year. For the Daily Memphian, I'm Andy Ashby.
That's the AMDM for this Friday, June 12th. I'm Natalie Van Gundy. Find links to all of the stories mentioned in this episode in the podcast description. Listen and subscribe to this podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or on the Daily Memphians website. You can also hear us on WYXR 91.7, where our local news stories air every weekday throughout the day. And don't forget to subscribe to our other weekly podcasts, hosted by your favorite reporters, including Soundbites with Holly Whitfield, The Sidebar with Eric Barnes, and the Daily Memphian Grizzlies podcast with Drew Hill and Chris Harrington. You can also sign up for our breaking news alerts and our many weekly newsletters we offer, like the early word that you heard at the top of this podcast, by visiting dailymemphian.com/email. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to start your day here again on Monday.